Hello everyone, thank you for coming back with us on the K-Pop Facts channel. Who would have thought, in the midst of a quiet night, ARMY was surprised by a very rare and touching moment. BTS's Jin was holding a special live broadcast to greet fans. No one expected that the night would be so emotional and memorable for fans all over the world. Jin looked cheerful as usual, greeting his fans with a warm smile while sharing little stories from his daily life. He looked relaxed and full of enthusiasm, a sight that ARMY always missed. However, something unexpected happened in the middle of the broadcast, something that made millions of hearts tremble in an instant. Suddenly, a small notification appeared on the screen: Jimin has joined the live. ARMY was immediately shocked. No one expected that Jimin, who is currently still serving his military service, would appear on Jin's live broadcast. Instantly, comments flooded in, crying emojis and hearts were scattered across the screen, depicting how emotional the moment was for everyone. Jin, who saw the notification, immediately showed a surprised expression and smiled widely. With a joking but warm tone, he asked, "Jimin, what are you doing here?" The simple question illustrated the closeness and sincere affection that was closely woven between the two of them. Jimin then left a short but meaningful comment: "Hyung, I just wanted to see how you were doing." The words may have been short, but they felt so deep. In the midst of his busy schedule as an active soldier, Jimin still took the time to attend his Hyung's broadcast. An undeniable sign of affection. Jin immediately replied warmly, "Thank you for paying attention to me, Jimin." Jin's words illustrated how much he appreciated Jimin's presence, even as a viewer on the live broadcast. ARMY, who watched, also felt the warmth that radiated from the simple but sincere interaction. But the surprises didn't stop there. A few minutes after Jimin joined, one by one the other BTS members began to appear on the broadcast. Comments from Jungkook, RM, and J-Hope also appeared. Jin's live broadcast suddenly turned into an unplanned yet touching little reunion. Jungkook wrote, "Hyung, we all miss you." RM added, "Look, we're all gathered here like old times." Not only comments, they also joked back and forth, reminding each other of the sweet moments when they were still active together on stage. Jin looked happy and touched. He even lowered his head several times while laughing a little, trying to hide his emotion. "I can't believe you all came to my live," he said with a smile. The moment really made the atmosphere warm and emotional. Their interaction seemed to prove that distance and time never separated their closeness. Even though they are currently doing their respective activities, especially those who are in the military, their bond remains strong and never fades. J-Hope even joked, "This is like a live before a concert, just lacking a sound check." The comment immediately invited laughter from the other members and ARMY in the comments column. The moment really brought back sweet memories of the past when they were together in the practice room, backstage, or just chatting lightly. Jin's live broadcast that night became a place to relieve longing for the members and also the fans. No one expected that the broadcast that was initially only for Jin would turn into a gathering place for BTS stars who are now going through important times in their lives. Jimin, even though he was carrying out his national duties, still showed great attention and love for his Hyungs and younger siblings. He wrote, "Hopefully everyone is healthy and happy. I will be back soon." That sentence made many ARMYs unable to hold back their tears. Jin also closed the broadcast with a touching statement, "Thank you for tonight. I feel like I'm with all of you. ARMY, thank you also for being a witness to this precious moment." The closing sentence was so simple but full of meaning. The live broadcast moment immediately became a trending topic on various social media platforms. The clips of their interaction went viral in an instant, touching millions of hearts and rekindling the spirit of ARMYs who are waiting for BTS's full comeback in the future. Many fans called the broadcast a little reunion full of love. A moment that proved that family isn't always about blood. Sometimes, family is the people who show up when we least expect it, who cheer from afar, and who are still there even when we're not physically there. Moments like this seem to be a reminder that behind their status as world superstars, the BTS members are still ordinary people who miss each other. They are not just colleagues in the entertainment industry, but have become part of a family bound by time, experience, and irreplaceable love. Even in limitations such as military service, they still find ways to be present and show support for each other. ARMY felt extraordinary warmth from the broadcast. Not only because their favorite idols appeared together, but because they saw genuine love and togetherness, which cannot be engineered. When Jimin took the time to attend, even just to leave a comment, it was more than enough to show how deep his affection for the members and ARMY was. He was present not for formality, but because he really wanted to be there. In the midst of an entertainment world full of competition and pressure, BTS once again showed that their strength lies in the relationships they have built from the start. It is no wonder that they have been able to survive this far. They do not walk alone, but always hold each other's hands, even when distance and obligations separate them temporarily. Not only that, moments like this also become hope for many fans who are waiting for BTS to return as a whole. Jin's live broadcast that night signaled that the members were still communicating, still compact, and still had one goal: to get back together. For ARMY, this was a morale booster, proof that even though BTS is currently walking their own paths, their direction is still heading towards the same meeting point. Many ARMY admitted to crying after watching the broadcast. Emotional comments flooded social media. Someone wrote, "Seeing Jimin on Jin's live was like a long-lost warm hug." Another said, "I feel like I'm watching a separated family finally greet each other again. This is more than just content, this is a moment of life." Not a few have also started making video edits and compilations of the moment with emotional music in the background. They want to immortalize the incident as proof that BTS's love for each other and for ARMY has never faded, and is even stronger day by day. The broadcast, although short and simple, became a small historical event that will continue to be remembered by the fandom. For BTS members, broadcasts like this may feel like a temporary stopover from a world that is now full of different responsibilities. But for ARMY, this is a source of great strength. A sign that their love and loyalty are not misplaced. And perhaps, for Jimin himself, it is a form of solace for the longing that he has kept in silence. If in the past they could be together almost every day, now every moment together feels very expensive and precious. But precisely because of that, every interaction becomes deeper and more meaningful. Every greeting, every laugh, every comment in the live column, all become part of the long story of BTS that they continue to write together. And when the time comes for all the members to return from their military service, moments like Jin's broadcast will be a beautiful reminder that even though they cannot be together physically, their hearts are still connected. And in the end, their togetherness is not just about being in the same place, but about taking care of each other, loving each other, and being there for each other, even if only through one live broadcast.